It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag Utah Jazz.
I've been really proud of the fact that the guys haven't fallen into the trap of, oh, we get all this opportunity and some of these guys aren't out here, and so I'm going to just make it about me. I think guys have had big nights and done it within the construct of a team, and we're coming in at the end of most nights with pretty high assist numbers. I think it gives it the best chance to translate, but I obviously don't know for certain.
There is Will Hardy talking about the Utah Jazz. They played the Grizzlies tonight. It's the last home game of the year. They got a road game on Sunday. 80 down, 2 games to go. This is it tonight and Sunday. And what he said at the end, PK, is the question we all have. It's a question we'll talk with David Locke about when he visits us at 8:30. What translates? What will actually help the Jazz? Who will make the roster next year? And how might they be able to help in whatever number of occasions they're called on?
Well, they'll make great scout team guys, yeah.
The scout team.
I mean, were you expecting more?
Nope. If they
then why is it a big
last
question?
5 guys on the roster, yeah, and they help at some point do something, great. I mean, they're paying big money to a bunch of other guys, and they've used high draft picks on a bunch of other guys, and so that's where most of our expectations sit.
Yeah, so I don't have any big questions. I don't, 0 questions, actually. They'll be end-of-bench dudes, and good for them. They'll be in the league.
Game tips off at 7:30 tonight. Pre-game at 6:30 with Jake Scott and Tim Lacombe here on The Zone. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
76ers big man Joel Embiid undergoing emergency surgery, appendicitis. His status for the remainder of the season officially in question, but the season ends Sunday. He just had his appendix out. I'm thinking he's out, and for the 3rd straight year, he will play less than 40 games. So if you wonder why Philadelphia is struggling, there's
I wonder
a
if
big
he likes
reason
the
right
outdoors and the Flyers hockey team.
there. You what?
I wonder if he likes the outdoors and the Flyers hockey team.
Oh, nice. Okay. Got it.
I mean, his status for this season is in question. His status for his NBA playing career is in question. It's always been in question. Good old Joel.
Sixers have playing games. We'll see if he's available for those or if they somehow advance. Right now, they're tied with Charlotte for 8th in the East, so they could be out before he's cleared to play. In the race to the bottom, there wasn't much incentive for anybody to win, and now that we're into the final weekend, there's even less incentive for anybody to win. So Steph Curry sat. The Lakers beat the Warriors. The Lakers get win number 51 with a 119-103 win, and the Sixers lost without Embiid. Houston's won 8 in a row as they battle to see if they can get to 3rd or 4th in the West.
You give them no chance, right?
I really don't. I really don't think they'll go anywhere in the playoffs.
Okay.
The Pacers pick up win number 19. The Nets could have gotten win 21 and tied the Jazz, but Pacers win 123-94. And there's the NBA. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college basketball.
Yeah, I mean, this is terrible right now, what's going on. I mean, I think we all have to get to a point, and it's not terrible, in a sense of NIL. I think the NIL for the players is awesome. Our players made a lot of money this year, and their commitment level was to the max. So the money didn't make them lazy or hard to coach. They were awesome the whole year. But just, I think as college programs right now, you literally have to have a front office that takes over at this point of the year. Like to take a coaching staff that now did the 6-month season, and now you've got to flip and now run recruiting visits, put the roster together, talk to the agent. I mean, it's a lot. I think college programs we got to start being run like an NBA organization or a pro sports organization.
That is UConn coach Dan Hurley on the transfer portal. Now more than 50% of the scholarship players nationwide have entered the portal. BYU, Tyler Marus, KJ Perry entered the transfer portal yesterday. BYU's got 5 players from last year's team still on the roster. We keep hearing the same thing from coaches, but nobody's figured out what to do yet. Everybody wants guardrails change. This is crazy.
I don't think he's not asking for guardrails. He's not asking for change, is he?
I think he is. I think he doesn't want everyone transferring every year and 50% of the scholarship players in the portal.
He didn't say that. I mean, why? Whoever thought that giving him money would cause them to relax? Wouldn't it cause them just the opposite, to work harder? So you can make more money? That doesn't make any sense. Why did he bring that up?
I think sometimes in pro sports we've heard that guys with multi-year deals relax, and guys.
These guys don't have multi-year deals. They got one-year deals.
Play really hard, and because they're all on one-year deals right now, I'd never really thought about the relaxing thing. It's not so much about the big money; it's the big money over however many years when that tends to rear its head in the pros.
Oh yeah. And well, you went to the negative. I go to the positive. We see it all the time when they're in their contract year.
Yep.
They play well. I'm in a contract year. I've had my best year ever on the radio.
Not everyone's taken off. Elliot Cadeau, who we last saw earning the Final Four Most Outstanding Player Award, helping Michigan win that championship, is coming back for his senior season. Wolverines making moves in the portal, landing 6'11" forward J.P. Estrella from Tennessee to go to Michigan.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of BYU guys. I got good news and bad news on DeBonsa. Is the good news he's not going to the NBA. The bad news is he's going on a mission. Taking pictures inside Temple open houses. Man, this guy, he's amazing.
G League guys continue to find their way back to college basketball. Westchester Knicks guard Dink Bate has committed to play for Providence and New Friars coach Brian Hodgson. So how about that? He was a top 30 recruit back in 2023. He played in the G League for Westchester and also for the team in Mexico City, the Capitanes. I got to say, of all the things we're seeing, that's the weirdest. Guys from the G League to the NBA, or from the G League instead of going to the NBA, going back to college. Totally bizarre.
Why? We see it with the European guys. What's the difference?
It's just weird. I'm used to guys going off to the G League or the NBA and being gone.
That's because that's what you're familiar with. But what about all the dudes in Europe who do the same thing?
EuroLeague guys.
It's been going on for years. Why is this any different?
Because I think those guys have been...
You're not aware of it. That's the only reason why.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
The United States Justice Department begins an investigation into whether the NFL has violated anti-competitive practices with its TV contracts that require consumers to pay subscription costs to watch some games. This is about affordability and creating an even playing field for providers, a government official told ABC News. The NFL has an antitrust exemption. They got it back in 1961. That applies to broadcast television because, of course, back then there was no streaming and there was no cable or satellite or any of that. So there are some people saying now this doesn't apply to the other media, ESPN, NFL Network, Amazon, Netflix, all that stuff. So see how that sorts itself out.
Yeah, who's going to draft Spencer Fano, kick Lumauth? How's Fernando Mendoza do? Yeah, and when he gets drafted by the Raiders, that's what I want to talk about.
Just saw another mock draft yesterday. Spencer Fano doesn't slide past Kansas City. The offensive line, actually, which is why they have lost 2 Super Bowls. Their offensive line has been beaten pretty badly in those games. They have an injuries issue.
I knew you'd know.
What?
I knew you would know.
Yeah. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
The Indiana Hoosiers claim they are keeping their edge. They are not relaxing. They're the national champs, but linebacker Isaiah Jones says that's what got us where we are. I know it's still shocking. People are saying, no, it's a once-in-a-lifetime year. But for us, I was just trusting the process, and that's the end result. And we believe the same thing this year. We want the people on the outside to know as great as it was last year's over. Last year could do nothing for us this year. Everyone in the building has a sharp focus on the day-to-day process. We put last year out of our minds. It's the old cliche, it's harder to stay at the top than to get there. They're there. Now can the Hoosiers stay there?
Oh, I want new cliches. I'm tired of the old ones.
What's one of the newer cliches? You got something on the new side? It is what it is. I've only been hearing that 20 years. That stay at the top thing's got to be, 50 or 100 years old.
50 or 100? Man,
it feels like I've been hearing it my whole life.
50-year variance.
Yeah.
Not 50 or 75, 50 or 100.
It might be 75, though. It could be. Or we could break it down by decade. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
The 1-0 pitch. Bogart swings, hits it in the air, deep to left field. That'll get it done. All the way over the wall. A grand slam to win it. He didn't need it all, but he got it all. And Xander Bogaerts over the fence, his second home run of the season, a walk-off grand slam. And the Padres do it the fun way in the bottom of the 12th inning. 7-3 the final score.
Padres win on a walk-off. They walked two guys to get to Bogaerts. Really, a single would have won the game. They already had the runner at third, but hey, they walk two guys, and he goes deep, and they go nuts. A big swing in a day that was largely about pitching, PK. There weren't a lot of games, but the Athletics get a one-hitter, Springer, and two guys in the bullpen combining on that. Lost the no-no in the seventh. You always say hitting is contagious. Do you believe not hitting is contagious? The Yankees now with 2 hits over 17 innings.
I believe good pitching limits hitting. So good pitching rather than contagious. And now you can argue bad pitching leads to the contagion of continuous hitting if you want to also. So I get your point.
Athletics win 1-0, and then we got a bunch of other teams. We got a couple shutouts, and I think 3-4 teams limited to 1 run. Even that Padre-Rocky game was 1-1 going. They traded runs in the 10th and 11th before the slam in the 12th. So pitching rules today, back to a full schedule today, and we'll probably end up with a bunch of high-scoring games now.
But they have to change the rule on saddling the pitcher with a loss. When he comes in and gives up a ground ball, gets 3 outs, he gives up a ground ball in the 10th inning, and then his team doesn't score in the bottom of the 10th, and he gets the loss. It makes no sense.
Yeah, everyone's gone away from tracking wins and losses and worrying about that because there's weird stuff in there.
You may, but I don't know that general managers have when it comes to contracts. If they can ding you any which way, they're going to.
Going to ding you if possible. Anything to save a buck.
Right.
Hey, your Diamondbacks and Phillies are playing that ESPN game today. You can watch your 2 teams go at it. Or you got your Diamondbacks package again, so you're good either way.
That ESPN game? What are you talking about?
ESPN Unlimited, whatever that is.
Oh.
Another new package for ESPN to sell us something.
I'm unaware of that.
Bees lose 10-5 to the Reno Aces. First pitch as they go again tonight, 7 o'clock. Tony Parks with a call on 1280 The Zone. While the Jazz are playing on 97.5 The Zone. DJ at PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Cooley steals it right back. Gunther's up the ice with Yamamoto. Here comes Gunther on his backhand. In front, and they score! It's Yammer time! Cooley, near side wall, scanning and finds Keller. In from the goal line. Keller back door, they score! Tic-tac-toe, and Nick Schmaltz has his 31st goal of the year, and his career season continues. Keller squeezes down the wing, in with Gunther. Keller across, they score again! And this time it's Dylan Gunther, his 39th of the year, and it comes off the 3rd assist of the night from the captain, Clayton Keller.
Clayton Keller with 57 assists now. Gunther with his 39th goal, getting close to number 40. Probably won't be more than, 12 or 15 guys probably get to that level every year. It's pretty elite. And they dominated PK, a goal in the first, a goal in the second, 2 in the third. And Nashville added a power play goal late, so it finishes 4-1. And the Mammoth clinch a playoff berth. They've got 90 points. They are in.
Yeah, great. Thought they'd get in.
They did it the way you wanted. Get in front. Don't be trying to scramble from behind. The game was a metaphor for the season. Got themselves into position early and get across the finish line.
I love similes and metaphors.
I know you do. They're your favorite. Watching Rick Riley cash in on those years ago. I heard that. Mammoth are back at it tomorrow afternoon. Carolina in town. Already over the 100-point mark. Puck drop set for 3 o'clock at the Delta Center. Pre-game coverage on The Zone begins at 2 o'clock. That is what is trending. Brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up, Bob Casper, Real Golf Radio from the Masters. He'll join us at 8 o'clock. How about Rory, 5 under, putting together a really good round. He's got a share of the lead.
How about
Talk
him?
with Bob Casper about that, and Scotty Scheffler with his 70 fast start and then a lot of pars. David Locke at 8:30, Kurt Schmid, Chief Soccer Officer for RSL at 9:30. That's all coming up right here on The Zone. The question of the day is next.